Hello people, I'm back with another recording today. I'm sorry, I'm unshaven. It's been a public holiday in Jamaica. It's Independence, so I've just spent the last couple of days just reflecting and just doing a bits and bobs around where I live, really. So yeah, I'm back with another recording today. I've done some real quite serious reflection in terms of my life, relationships that I've been in, taking into consideration the awakening process, what's happened to me during this process, looking at witchcraft and how that's affected me, and how that is, I was going to say possibly, but I know for definitely is affecting other people. It's just that people are really quite scared to talk about witchcraft because it's not very well understood. People are scared of it, and I can't really blame them either, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, witchcraft exists. People practice it. People practice it to the extent of harming other people. This is the reality of things in terms of how we live today, or shall I say how some people choose to live their lives today. So I've done quite a bit of reflection. I've come up with an hypothesis in terms of how we chosen ones respond into society, and how possibly with a bit more research, how we can start to overcome some of the difficulties that we are experiencing, particularly from the people who we call toxic, demon, narcissists. We need to really start looking at this and starting to make headway in terms of how we are treated, because I do personally think that we are the underdogs, and we are hunted down, and even today we don't recognize sometimes some of the harm that comes to us, and how we can actually prevent this from occurring. So I've scripted what I want to say, and hopefully today I don't make too many mistakes, but if I do, then please forgive me. I'll be honest, with my learning needs, I have got an issue with reading out aloud, and I am trying to overcome that within this process. So that's me. I'm out there, and I can only be honest. Right, so before I continue, I'm going to read out my statement of purpose as usual. What this channel is about. This channel is supported by God and is based on my experience regarding witchcraft, the awakening process over the period of 4 years. At the time of compiling this statement is extensive. Witchcraft is real and affects many people's lives in terrible ways. These people don't realise why their lives have taken the direction it has, a downward slant, and is poverty stricken in many cases. The effects of witchcraft: generational domestic violence, generational sexual deviance, generational mental health issues, generational involvement with social care services and criminal justice systems to include probation, alcoholism, education, anger management issues. I am calling these entities out into the open to express the actions caused onto the vulnerable and innocent. These people, demonic entities, are shameful and disgusting, and they need to stop what they are doing. I ask God to continue his protection of the chosen and individuals of the light who visit my channel to express themselves and to receive support. Right. this recording, I'm going to call it Chosen. Give me, I'll say, 45 minutes of your time. This is my hypothesis. As chosen ones, for a considerable period of time, have been in crisis, mainly due to the choices made. People who we have allowed into our lives. We are all lonely in one extent or another. For me, progressing through the awakening process has enabled me to open my eyes. What I have seen has been scary, fearful. What the hell is humanity doing to each other? Witchcraft people play a significant role in our lives. Only if a small proportion of society recognise this. The main culprits to this in terms of witchcraft are family members. If you have not realised this yet, watch out. Statement and side note. In every family, there is a person who is put on a lot.
Where are you buying from now?
This person, without recognising, is the black sheep of the family. Unfortunately, this recognition may not be acknowledged by the person for years to come. However, the person is the rock. And I'm talking about the black sheep of the family. This person is the rock, the stabilizer, is classed as firm and solid and secure. This person actually keeps the family together. Keeps the family together and functioning. I'm going to digress here. On the 1st and 2nd of August, for me, was a major transition in terms of the awakening process. I woke up on the morning of the 2nd of August feeling there was something different about me. My higher self felt highlighted or heightened. It was very communicative and made sense in terms of the information departed to me, i.e. my responsibilities, my future, if I give up the awakening process. What could be lurking in the background? Fear, demonic entities, energy-sucking family members, being used and abused. The 2nd of August, the day the fog lifted, my life experience up until this point. The 2nd of August, my divine appointment with destiny. This day marked a shift, my turn, my time to step into what has been prepared for me. I passed the test, God's test, the universe, source, the creator. The 2nd of August, breakthrough for me went live. My rebirth. Digression 2. Recording Wednesday the 30th of July, entitled Chosen. I hope you relate to this. I talked about integrity and authenticity. During this recording, I spoke about the behaviour of demonic entities, i.e., and this is my experience, very friendly, eager to please, very persuasive. They are intent on changing your mindset, although when challenged, they easily break down. The point here is if you challenge them. They are very critical in terms of their views about you. Example, your views is requested by the entity. When you give it, they comment, "Oh, you always sit on the fence." In my view, they comment, "Oh, you always sit on the fence." This is the entities starting to belittle you, starting their process of taking control. The slightest thing they will belittle you, attacking your confidence at every opportunity. Sometimes this is subtle, sometimes this is harsh. I have noticed about entities, they lack financial stability. What they tend to do is on activities they will take part in the hope that somebody will fund them, and normally people do. They big themselves up. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And if you say you've done something, they've done it better than you. That's bigging themselves up, and they've got no call to big themselves up. In all the toxic, narcissistic people I've ever come across, they have never had enough of anything. They're always in some sort of deprived state. Personal space, very messy. I'm talking about a narcissist, very messy. They are and can come confused very quickly. And when they come confused and they don't understand something, they become nice. But as soon as they've got that control back of that confused state, they return back to their normal state of being controlling, nasty individuals. Personality trait. Secretly, the narcissist, the entity, the demonic entity are in competition with you. The chosen ones. Demonics are confused and like to think they are in control. Chosen ones, on the whole, do not like confrontation. Hence, chosen ones tend not to challenge, giving narcissistic people, entities, power they should not have. Another example, although quite harsh. I picked up a couple from the airport. During the journey to their house, the male said to the female, "Last night," he said, "I did not comment, but your fart stunk." And this smell coming from the toilet was worse. He laughed, commenting, "Look at his face, my face." I was not amused. I was so embarrassed I could not even look in my mirror to see his wife's face. For me, this was a confused state of the narcissist not knowing how to conduct self in public. Narcissistic behaviour. Another point is we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Now, chosen ones, pay attention. Narcissistic, demonic entities, toxic people tend to match themselves with chosen due to the control element of the relationship determined for them as love, but really it's control. Chosen ones are very resourceful financially, in leadership, common sense, patience, the one family members turn to, have a lot of energy, clarity and knowledge, and knowledgeable, resilient, strength and responsible, powerful, open-minded, the organizer. This is the chosen one's traits. Chosen ones are able to transform negative to positive situations within the family unit. They are loving and nurturing. Chosen ones are able to navigate different situations with ease and are controllers of reality. All this is based on love for the people in their lives. I'll repeat that because this is true. All this is based on love for the people in our lives. Love is the key. Love is the key element. The chosen have over narcissistic, demonic entities, the toxic person. When chosen ones are in love and receive love, they become even more powerful. Receiving love or being in a loving relationship may enable chosen ones' gifts to become more advanced. This needs more research. Love is a key factor. The balance of mind, heart, spirit and soul is the key factor. Giving energy away is dangerous and will prevent chosen achieving full potential. The main concerns are stress, doubt, fear, anger, bitterness, fear again I've got, witchcraft, spells will prevent chosen one's balance. Elements of the above categories will limit chosen one's personal growth and achievements. I have noticed on occasions when in a loving relationship, I also lose weight. This might be another factor. There is a need to form an establishment of balance, equilibrium, to form a different level of personal achievements. Being in love or in a loving relationship may achieve this. Research. The body releases the chemical toxocin when in love. Why toxocin is known as the love hormone is questionable, although there are other questions that are being considered in terms of oxytocin, which are emotions and behaviour, motherhood and fatherhood, fertility, biological sex and toxin. 2013 review summarised all of toxin possibilities. Relationships enhancing effects include trust, gazing, empathy, positive relationship memories, ability, positive communities, and processing of bounding cause. This research was undertaken by Andrean Tantus Longhurst, fitness and nutrition tips, health, news and more. People, over the last few days, I've really considered why, as chosen ones, we are hounded in the way that we are. And looking at my life, considering the research and videos that I have watched, we, as chosen ones, need to do better. We need to really consider the relationships that we are entering. I personally feel that they are causing us a lot of damage, not only emotionally, mentally, but also physically. And in terms of the awakening process, our mind, our spirits, and our souls, I'm starting to come round to the conclusion, although there needs to be some research, that chosen ones being in a loving relationship or in love will enhance their skills, their gifts. And until that research is done, we will always be in the dark. I think there's got to be somebody out there that's actually doing this research already. I would ask them to actually give out some of their results in terms of their research undertaken, so people like us can actually start to think about what we are doing, because we are certainly hounded and hunted by demonic entities who see us before we see them. They seem to have more skills than us. They also know what's coming up for us in our lives, which I find really quite bizarre. So this is where I've got to at this moment in time. And until chosen ones start to come together, we will always be on the struggle. We'll always be on the fight, trying to get out or gain footing. If anybody has any ideas how we can move forward in terms of research, please talk about it. Make yourselves or your views known. We need to do this as a matter of importance. This is my recording today. I am, as I always say, looking for like, comment. Certainly I'm looking for subscriptions so I can take this channel in directions that is going to be beneficial for chosen ones and the like. So this is me today. I love you all. My name is Ian, and I shall be back with another recording soon. Take care, look after yourselves.